Hey, what's happening? So, today we're going to look into why Midoriya from the popular anime series My Hero Academia, why is it that he doesn't have any powers like everyone else in this world that they lived in? You see, everyone was born with a special ability, which they refer to as a quirk, and Midoriya was not born with such abilities. But even though he was different from the others, he still stood up for what was right. We see him here defending this boy from the other older boys who were bullying him, and this took a lot of guts, because the other boys had special abilities and could easily beat him. So later on, his mother took him to the hospital to see why is it that his son was not showing any special abilities. The doctor did some tests, took an X-ray of the foot because extensive tests had been done on those people who expressed quirks, these special abilities, and their pinky toe had only one joint, and it was later concluded that those people who had double joints would never have any special abilities. So the X-ray showed that Midoriya had two joints in his pinky toe, which meant that he could not develop any quirks. He would be confined to only being a normal human. He could not develop any quirks. So this saddened him greatly. And later on, when they left the hospital, Midoriya um, was looking at these clips of his idol, the person he mostly looked up to, All Might, him rescuing other people, and he asked his mother whether she thought that Midoriya would one day be like All Might, and his mother um, was not really supportive and didn't really believe that Midoriya would one day become like All Might because he didn't have any quirks or any superpowers. And so fast forwarding, we see Midoriya being a bit older, and he's always going to where the action is. He's always going to where the superheroes and the supervillains are fighting. What he does is that he really analyzes their ways of fighting, and he always has this notebook and a pen where he looks at the best way that the superheroes can take down the supervillains quickly and efficiently. He's very analytical and he's really into these kind of things. So that's why he's always running to where the action is. He always wants to record so that maybe he still hasn't given up on his dream to one day become a superhero like All Might. And his class is filled with people with special abilities. Can you imagine that he's just the single person in his class with no special powers? So people are always making fun of him. And here is where the teacher asks what are the plans of the students, and Midoriya was very bold and said that he wanted to go to AU High. And this is an institution that trains those with quirks to become superheroes. And everyone was really shocked because Midoriya didn't have any superpowers, and they were wondering what he was going to do there with no superpowers. But he still kept on with his dream, and hopefully, maybe one day he'll go to AU High. So later on, as Midoriya is going home, he gets attacked by a supervillain with a special ability to enter into humans. All Might was on the case and was after this villain, and so the villain was trying to hide from All Might by entering Midoriya, such that All might not be able to find him or detect him. And he almost succeeded, but All Might got there in the nick of time. Yeah, there we have All Might arriving, and he was able to defeat the villain, and was he easily was able to defeat the villain and trap him inside a bottle because he was liquid and could not be easily fought. But All Might, with his many powers and him being the number one hero, could easily be able to defeat this villain and trap him. So Midoriya was safe, he was out of harm, and when Midoriya came to and saw that the superhero that had rescued him was his idol, his the person that he looked up to, he almost could not form words, but he tried as much as he could, and he asked for an autograph, only to find that All Might had already signed the book that Midoriya usually carries. So All Might is trying to go back to his errands and his normal day, but Midoriya quickly jumps to his leg because he had more questions to ask. And All Might didn't realize that Midoriya was clinging to his foot. Only a bit later, when he looked at his leg, then he saw Midoriya. All Might was trying to quickly move away from the scene because um, he had a serious injury that um, he had a serious injury from which he had got from his previous fights. And here, when they land on a building, Midoriya was bold enough to ask All Might whether he thought that a quirkless person like him, a person with no superpowers, whether a person like him could one day hope to be like All Might. This question caught All Might by surprise and really got him thinking. And yeah, so there is where we really stop because All Might really saw the drive that this child, Midoriya, had and was determined to become a superhero and to help people. So inspirational, wonderful. Hey, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks.